My name is Pauline Dowell, and I work at MIT in the HR department. My sidekick Dora here also works here with me. She's my guide dog from the Seeing Eye, Inc. We've been together since March, and we sail together, we live together, we work together, and now we're working on this project with you wonderful people from PPAT to develop an audible telltale to help sail. As a blind sailor, you're steering a boat, and it's because you're in charge, and there's very few things as a blind person that you're in charge of. You can't drive a car, you can't ride a bike by yourself, but you can sail by yourself, and it's really, really rewarding to feel like you're in charge of your direction. I just love being on the ocean and on the water and just being free and having that feeling of, wow, I can go anywhere as long as it's in a zigzag format. And now I feel the things that can help improve my abilities to sail and for other blind people to sail. Things like audible telltales and navigational instruments that speak. So I see a lot of things that would help me or other sailors in my situation.
So telltale is this piece of yarn. It's a fairly basic idea. They just indicate whether there's laminar flow or turbulence across the sail. And when there's laminar flow, they stream out nicely, and when there's turbulence, they flutter. If you can make the key tool for sail trim, which is the telltale, something for a sense other than vision, I think you help blind sailors and sighted sailors alike.
We had the opportunity to watch a blind sailing regatta and observe Pauline compete amongst other blind sailors.
Prototype 1 used a piezoelectric film sensor attached to a piece of yarn. While the device had a small form factor, it didn't produce useful data on our test bench. Prototype 2 used a photo interrupter sensor with a 3D printed frame and piece of yarn. The binary data was easier to process and categorize into laminar or turbulent flow.
We tested Prototype 2 on a tech dinghy. The behavior of our telltale was promising, but we needed to mount our electronics more securely. We then tested on a flying junior dinghy, which had a similar sail layout to Pauline's boat. The results were as expected, but we still needed to test the Bluetooth connection between the telltale and the speaker.
On Pauline's boat, the Bluetooth range was limited, but otherwise, our device was successful.
As I've gotten to love it and know more about sailing, there's a lot of things that I feel like we could use as blind sailors that would, other sighted sailors take for granted that they have, like the telltales, like the project we're working on now. Telltales are a visual thing when you're sailing, not an audible thing, but hopefully you guys will be able to bring it into an audible realm so that we'll be able to use them on our boats for racing and for pleasure sailing.